You have to note that you can also have multiple catch statements in there, multiple catch blocks, and this can catch multiple exceptions. And at the end, you can have your finally block execute. Here we're going to check for division. We're going to put a 2 in here for now, and that's going to be 50, so we should be all right. We're not going to have a divide by 0 exception. If that does execute successfully, then the next line will occur. Otherwise, that line won't occur if we have an exception on this line. This won't happen. So you'll see this only on a success. Then we have our catch for the division by 0 exception, output something. Otherwise, all other exceptions, we're going to output something, just say another exception occurred. And then finally we have our finally block, and then if all goes well, we're going to output what the division was. Very easy, so we'll just take a peek at that. There you go. This line only executes if the division was successful, so that means it was successful. Our finally block executes, our result is there, and everything's great. What happens if we try to divide by 0? X is now 0. Alright, that other line didn't happen. This is telling us that the exception occurred. Our finally block still occurs. And the result's printed out. It's coming out as 0, but we know better. You can't do that. So that's how that would work with multiples. Very easy to do that. The actual division didn't take place, so this is what it's set to. Div is equal to 0. Let's just take that off and run it again. Without specifying the value, well, we get build errors. What are they? These are just warnings, but we used our unassigned local variable div. We didn't actually specify anything. Well, we need to specify things because this line couldn't be counted on. And down here, this is where our error occurs. So that is a compile time thing, and that's why we should initialize our variables, because you never know when an exception is going to occur. There you go. Just some tips on how to work. Also, note that you can just come through. The reason why I put system sometimes with my exceptions is because I don't memorize all of them. Unfortunately, I know too many. So you can just start typing in system, and then you can see that the exceptions are going to be listed as well, depending on what the text is. So if you know the beginning of it, you're going to be able to figure out what the exception is. As you can see, field access would be that one, and you could get rid of the system dot at that point until you memorize things, or you get into the debug and then check out the exceptions here. Control-Alt-E. Don't forget those semicolons. So that's how that works. Additionally, and this is in class2.cs, by the way. Additionally, you can throw your own exceptions if you wanted to. As you can see here, throw new exception. We're just trying this. No exception happened. Nothing occurred. Well, we're going to throw one within this try block. So that means that an exception occurred. Throw new, divide by 0 exception, and then we put in a string what we want to have output. And we're going to catch that particular exception, and then we're just going to write line that an exception occurred there. No big deal. So this allows you to throw your own exceptions, but this can get pretty advanced, and there are many advanced ways to use it, as I keep alluding to. So you can uncomment that and try that as you want to.